Welcome everybody. This is Mike Marko speaking, and today what we're going to do is we're going to go over the viral blogging system, how to set it up to make it configured the way you want it to look. Now, in the past videos, we've talked about how to set up the banner, how to actually write the blogs, and the whole gambit that way. But now we're getting to the point where you should have several blog posts, and now you want to make your blog a little more customized and set up the way you want. And that's what we're going to do is discuss today is how to configure it. So I've already logged in. I'm going to hit the plus sign, and you can see that we have several different options we can set up. Background color, button color, link color, and then we have a couple other options here as well. So what I want to do is keep an eye on everything right now is pretty much white. Okay, and so what I want to do here is I'm going to go ahead and start changing some of these colors. So first is the background color. Let's go ahead and change that. I clicked over here in the space over here, and I like a little bit of blue. And so I'm going to choose kind of like a grayish kind of blue. There we go. Right around there. I think that's perfect. Okay. Let's choose the button color. Since we're doing blue, I like to come a little more orange. Scroll this up a bit. So to scroll this up, basically what you do is you click over between the arrows and you kind of drag, hold the button down on your mouse, and drag it to the color, kind of get a color spectrum that you like, and then you click on the dot and drag the dot to where you want it. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Maybe a little lighter. Okay, link color. I always like to do blue. Stick by something that people are going to recognize, in my opinion. And that way they don't get confused what your links are. Okay, so I want to show you what we've done so far. We hit Save Changes. You can see here it tells me it's already been saved successfully. And now you can see what we've done. Okay, you can see that the background is blue. The links are bright, kind of a dark blue. And everything kind of set up the way you want. And there you can see the button. There we go. That's where you have the orange color we set. Okay, so let's go back and do a few more changes in our article. Now, to tell you the truth, you could change the color of your background. To tell you, I don't really like to do it. I like to keep it white. And the reason I like to keep it white is because a lot of times you put images, and if you take images, you may have some white background there. And unless you really want to spend the time on a lot of your images and crop them out, all the backgrounds, like give you an example here. See, do I have a good example? For instance, say maybe this whole thing was white instead. Okay, white background around me. Okay, normally you wouldn't see it. If it's on a white background here, it'd be fine. You wouldn't see it. But had I put on kind of gray, suddenly all this white, if it would have been white, would stand out. And then I have to say, okay, now I have to remove this. And I put my picture on different color background, or you know what I mean? It just a lot of times images will have an automatic background. Like if I have a button, a call to action button on here, a lot of times if it's one of those fancier call to action buttons, I don't have one on this one here, but if I had one of those fancier call to action buttons, then what's going to happen is it would basically show up and it wouldn't be as good. Okay, so let's go right to the top. Okay, and so I'm going to keep this white. Title color, I actually like to kind of do like a brown kind of color, and let's see if I can find a color similar to what I like to do. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time trying to get it just right, but it's more kind of reddish-ish. See, is it really dark on the side maybe? No, I want more on the side. Just probably right around a little darker. There we go. Use that kind of color for now. Fonts. So you can see here, this is the title font. Got a lot of choices. You can, well, not a lot of choices, but you got quite a few choices you can choose from. So let's just kind of play around here, and let's see here. Good question. What do we want to use? What are we going to use? Let's just go ahead and use, just kind of randomly choose, and let's do a career. Okay. So I'm going to save again, and we can see what we've changed. It should say it's been saved successfully already. And now you can see we've changed the color of this. It's turned orange. But, you can see the font's already been changed. Okay, and so you start to really customize what we've done. You can see what the results are. Again, like I said, the background's white. left of white for the actual articles. Doing that, now you can change. You can see here that all the buttons and everything here are on the right side. So in this case here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it to the left. Just try something different. Okay. Now there's a title for the sidebar. You can change those colors as well. Let's choose. Let's see here. Well, let's go ahead and choose color like over here. Okay. Subtext color. Let's choose a lighter blue, possibly. Okay. There we go, like over here. We're just kind of playing around. The font you want to set up there. I don't know, let's choose. Again, we're kind of playing around. And save changes. Okay. See, now you can see the font's changed over here. The color's changed. Okay, and that's all there is to it. So go ahead, now that you know how to do this, go ahead, don't be afraid, change it around, play around. You know, in a previous video we talked about how to change the banners, how to create your own banners in another video. You've got how to configure your background. So probably with a little bit of effort, you can have this thing customized and look completely unique and really start emphasizing what you can do with the blog, how much control you have over it, and make things kind of a little more congruent, and kind of by choosing your fonts and your banners and your title colors and so on, you kind of really kind of drive home. You have a professional looking blog that really kind of captures a feel for what you're trying to do. So for instance, maybe you're doing a really technical type of blog. Maybe you want to do more kind of formal kind of fonts. Maybe you're doing something more artsy, kind of more creative. Maybe you want to have more creative fonts, more creative colors. You know what I mean? Just go ahead, start playing around with your different configurations, get something where you like, and again, it's not set in stone. So maybe you do that, and then a couple months later, so you know what, really want to change some things around, and go ahead and play. Okay? That's it for now. I hope you enjoy this. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.